Alright, Shalom, Kal Halal, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations unto you, Akim wa Akwathim Natekid. Okay, coming back again. I just got, I seen a meme, that I'm basing this lesson off. And it was a, humorous meme, but it actually spoke volumes because it showed the meme was two fat women, and the caption read, when they promote obesity as beauty, but then they showed the bottom, the woman at the bottom, all morbidly obese, which morbidly obese, morbidly means that's where you get the word mortuary, which means death. So you're on the brink of death. But the meme anyway, the meme said, when you promote obesity as beauty but forget to list the other side effects of obesity, and it's true, man, and that's just one small little example, but even that's crazy. You have to really think to yourself, in this kingdom, man, this whole kingdom is backwards. That's the whole point of this lesson. Everything in this kingdom is backwards. It's not the way it's supposed to be. Right? Beauty today. What is beauty today? Right? Doing a bunch of drugs, right? Having your face tatted. You could be obese. Basically harming yourself, destroying yourself, right? Being spiteful, being proud, being arrogant, flashy, boastful. These things are good. You're popping, man. You're dripping, right? That's what they call it in the streets. You got drip. You're dripping, man. You got everything going on, but that's everything. Not accordance with the scriptures. To be a glutton, that's nothing in this kingdom. That's a whole category in itself. These women, all they are is foodies, right? Foodie. Take me out to Red Lobster. Take me out to Montana's. Take me out to Jackassers. Wherever the hell these women go, man. That's all this kingdom promotes, is everything contrary to the scriptures, man. And I was just meditating on this, getting mad, because it's very well true. It says, I'm going to start with this. This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us, right? And this is first and foremost dealing with the elites, right? The oligarch. The oligarchs. If you don't know what oligarchy is, go look it up. Okay, the top reigning men on the planet. Okay, the top reigning men on the planet are a few. Okay, and these guys are they're in the dark, man. They're in the goddamn Bohemian Grove in the dark. In the middle of what is it, June or July, right? Having a fire and doing all kinds of madness. And these are billionaires and trillionaires we're talking about, man. Okay, these are not no average CEOs or even millionaires, man. These are top of the echelon, okay, of society. Verse 16: surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, right? So what does that mean? They turned everything upside down. Okay, your mindset, everything that's right. Even let's take like Apostle Gabar did a video about, this is why we call you the devil, the medical system. The medical system, that's another example of turning things upside down. In the ancient world, you dealt with what Esau also calls today, because we're in his world, so he has his regulations. But on the holistic side, or the natural side, right, Esau has a thing called naturopathy, which is the counter to allopathic medicine, which is what is popularly accepted today. The medical industry, doctors, okay. Naturopathy. That's true medicine. You had that all throughout Europe, but again, who started conquering, and what did they start to do? These so-called MDs and medical doctors, that's what the scripture says. You're all physicians of no value. Right? The scripture says in Psalms, man, that the herbs were created for the service of man. These herbs, you can't play around with these herbs, man. These herbs, they know you better than you. Once they get in your system, they know where to go. They're intelligent. You have herbs for your liver, your brain, whatever, man. Whatever system of your body, it knows the pathway and it knows how to get there. Okay? But Esau will tell you, oh, we don't, what does that do? Because he's a demon. He's a fool, really. Because it says in the Apocrypha, he that is wise shall not abhor them. Talking about these herbs, man. So guess what? That lines up with Job 30 about they are children of fools, which we're going to get that. But it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So yeah, we went from natural medicine, which is naturopathy is the study of nature, is the scientific study of nature. And hold on, what was Solomon talking about? Let's get that. The wisest man on the planet. Solomon, all the men, they dealt with herbs, man. Okay? This is Wisdom of Solomon 7. And 16, for in his hand are both we and our words. See? All wisdom also, and knowledge of workmanship. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements. That's chemistry right there. You're dealing with chemistry. Right? You have all these different elements. Physics. So Solomon was very wise. The beginning, ending, in the midst of the times. So he was a prophet and he was a seer. He understood, right, what was before him, what is presently set before him, and what came out, what's gonna come, the future, right, which is prophecy, right? Verse 18: the beginning, ending, in the midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun, and the change of seasons. That's some deep stuff right there, man. The circuits of years and the positions of stars. So there's a lot of knowledge which we're gonna get that in the kingdom. But you have guys trying to get this now. What will happen if you even get this? Is that your ticket to the chariot, man? You're supposed to fear the Lord, tremble at His word. Be a good servant of a meek and contrite spirit to the best of your ability. Fish for His elect. Keep His commandments to the best of your ability. And that's it, man. You got to seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. It didn't say go out and seek all this knowledge and all this forbidden wisdom. The Vatican, it's a fact, they have like 50 miles, a 50-mile stretch of documents that are unauthorized to the public. And they actually have guards standing there at the library. Right? So what is that? What the hell is 50 miles of ancient text, man? All kinds of documents. They have all kinds of scriptures, books of the Bible. And they're going to get jacked up for doing that too, because they added and they removed. Right? From the scriptures. Verse 20, the natures of living creatures. See? So there's a natural geography. Natural geographic, man. Right? Or all these Edomites, zoologists and wildlife experts. Well, guess what? Solomon knew the nature of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, and the reasonings of men. And check this part out: the diversities of plants and the virtues of roots. See? And it's not a simple thing to deal with herbs, man. Herbs are medicine. Right? Like a man thinks he can just take a bunch of herbs and use them. Well, guess what? That man can get jacked up, because there's all kinds of different herbs. There's all kinds of interactions. If you're on some kind of drugs, if you have certain ailments, you can't take certain herbs. You have to know the dosage. You have to know how long you can take the herbs. You have to know what fashion are you taking the herbs? Are you using the leaves, which is the delicate parts, and flowers? If so, then you have to simmer. You don't boil that in the water because you're going to destroy all the nutrients. And that's why Solomon said the virtues of roots, because roots are a whole different thing. You might have the common dandelion, which the leaves and the roots are two different reasons. The leaves have more nutrients, a lot of potassium, a lot of minerals. The roots are more for liver detoxification, gallbladder, things like that. So you have to know what's what. Oh, I'm just winging it. Or what is it good for? Or brother, it has vitamin C, vitamin E. It has a zinc. It has, you read the general thing that Esau has. But the thing about it in Canada and I think in the U.S., the so-called natural health industry is not supervised. It's unregulated. So you can have companies that one day start with a supplement and they're not regulated. So they can put fillers in there. They can put all kinds of, you don't know what the hell's in there. Right? So again, man, it's a skill of the physician. The word skill means to divide. Right? You know the difference, the division between right and wrong. And even that, I look at it like you're really divided from amongst men. Because any skill divides you from the common man. If you work at a thing and you get that skill, a common man can't, like Kobe, for example, right? One of the greatest basketball players. And in the world, he was my favorite player. But since coming in this truth, I was watching a lot of his motivational speakings. And he's a balanced guy, man. He understands how it works. He puts in the work year after year. And he said in 3-4 years, imagine you're training intensely, you're going to make a gap that no man can reach you, right? Because you've been training for so long and so hard and you dedicated yourself. And that's a skill. You can't have a man one day come and take Kobe on, or, any other man in any other division, any other category we're talking about. If you have a skill, that's not something that one person can come up one day and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to do that just now. No, that takes years. That's a skill. So same thing with the herbs, man. You can't just, well, it's good for this and that. And listen, there's a lot of things to this, right? So that's a skill in itself. But Solomon knew it, man. And verse 21, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know. So that's a powerful man right there, right? So Esau's a devil, man. He took the natural medicine and he turned it upside down. Okay? He turned that upside down. Verse 16, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Like going back to, there's a guy called, now his name slipped my mind. What was his name? Kevin, There was this Edomite, which I don't know if he's an Edomite, because he went hard, and the IRS, Esau had to lock him up, because he was a guy that was debating about evolution. He was a Christian, but he also knew the science really well. And that shows you really science comes from the scriptures. Okay, this so-called science that these Edomites are talking about, it's all theory, man. It's all BS. Okay, it's all conjecture at the end of the day. All right. Damn, I used to know that guy's name too. But he was good, man. If you type in like Bible teacher or Bible scholar debates evolutionists, you'll come across his videos, and he breaks down a lot of things, which he goes off too. You got to be careful. I'm not saying, he's and anybody that we bring up as a reference, you brothers have the common sense to know that they're not right. They're not the apostles, man. They're not the brothers. They're not the elders or the teachers. So they're in the world. They're gonna, you gotta filter the meat from the bones, so to speak. But sift the meat from the bones. But he went in hard, and he used to debate a lot of the evolution guys, right? And he brought out a point, because I read this part about, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not. He brought out a point. What if your computer one day, you made the computer, you built the computer, right? Which I built the computer before. I built my own computer. One day, what if that thing comes up and says, you didn't make me, who the hell are you? right? Or your watch, or something that's subjected to you, or something you actually even made, like a smith. He's there with the fire and the coals, and he made a knife or a sword, and that thing gets up and says, "You didn't make me. Who the hell are you?" Well, guess what? That's what Esau's saying, man. The Most High created you, and you're saying God. Who's God? There's no God. We came from monkeys, man. We came from apes. The missing link, right? The universe. It wasn't always here. It happened billions of years ago with the Big Bang. You're mocking the Most High. You're saying no. There is no power, man. There is no one more intelligent than me. Because you know why? Because Esau wants to be like the Most High, right? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Like in construction, you have a framer, you know, which he can lay the frames. If you make lay the frame, and then that thing says no, you didn't do it this way. You didn't do it right, right? That's completely what Esau is doing, man. Okay. On that, and then I'm gonna get the word because I read the part about surely you're turning of things, right? So when you look up that word turning, the word is hapak, right? Hapak, which means perverseness, perversity. Down at a Strong's definition means an upset, abstract, perversity, turning of things upside down, perverseness. Okay, and is plain. So it means perverseness, man, to turn aside. He has turned everything in the society upside down, man, completely. And really, this is a curse from the Lord as well. This is found in the book of also Isaiah 24:1. It says, "Behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof." And this place is completely backwards. It's upside down. It's not the way you're supposed to be living, man. Okay, and that's why you have this new wave of inspirational, optimistic people on YouTube or Instagram. These life coaches, and they're telling you, man, are you stuck in the 40 to 60 hour a week rat race? 9 to 5 or whatever your case is, and they're trying to give you some other wine, right? Which is a philosophy, but that's not going to help you. If you're an Israelite, man, and you're hearing this, the medicine is these scriptures, man. Okay, this is the true medicine that can heal you. Matter of fact, I think it might be in the Apocrypha. Bear with me one moment. Yeah, I can't find it right now. But man, these scriptures, you know. But this is a good one. 2 Ezra 7:53, in that there should be showed a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. And this was Ezra's complaining, basically talking about the kingdom, man. But back then it wasn't the time. But hey, in paradise, guess what? How is that or what is that medicine? Right? And what is going to keep us whole and amazing is these scriptures written in our inward parts. Okay? So with that, I didn't want to go overboard. I just wanted to make that point, man. Just remember, everything that seems cool, or sometimes that, hey, man, a random spirit might take your vibe into a weird-ass rhythm. You got to snap out and say, damn, man, everything in this shit is backwards, man. Really. Yeah, people are happy. You can play with emotions all day. You can make someone happy, but be hurting them at the same time. So you people, you're so-called appeased on the very, very, very bare surface. You're happy, just enough. But you're really dying, man, from your food, from the frequencies and radiation and the chemtrails, from the doctrines that they're giving you via everything, really. In what you're watching, what you're reading, politics, music, You're being fed, man. You're being fed very well, but you're being fed garbage. Okay, a lot of volume of garbage that's detrimental to your soul, man. Your soul's actually being destroyed as we speak. Okay, so with that, I want to say Ka Halalim, La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from, and salutations unto you, Akim Wa Akwathim, that take heed. Lord's will, this is edifying. Until next time, Lord's will, Shalom.